The thing that inspired this painting for me was that I often get caught up in things that are not important in life. I have anxiety, I have ADHD, and I'm an overthinker, and I forget the essence of life, if that makes sense. Most of my life I have lived, I was not happy, and the only thing keeping me up was the belief that it will going to get better. That was the only thing. But I was so wrapped up, and I still am sometimes, wrapped up with what people are gonna think, or am I gonna be successful? Is everything gonna turn out okay? Or what if bad things happen to me or to someone I love? And how are other people going to look at me, and how my Instagram account is gonna look? And I often forget about the important stuff. The important stuff that is just the life itself. I love the quote. I don't know where I heard it for the first time, but it was, point of life is the life itself. And I forget about the life itself. This present moment, in this very moment where everything is the way it is supposed to be right now, and there is not really a lot of words that I can attach to it, but just in this very moment, I am breathing, I'm here, I am surrounded by nature that I can go to, I have my family, my friends, my partner, I have everything. I forget about that. I forget about this very moment, and I get caught up in all the things that are not important, that are of a second or third or I don't know which importance, and I get all caught up in the thoughts and the beliefs that I have, and it is not a pleasant time. What I'm trying to cultivate in my life with regular meditation and trying to surround myself with positive, proactive people, and trying to stay away from toxic media, toxic people, I'm trying to cultivate this awareness of the present moment, awareness of the ordinary things, and awareness of the stuff that actually is important, that is actually the thing that is giving me life. Happiness, not the cheap dopamine happiness, but the real life force. And that is this very present moment and the ordinary things. The ordinary things in life, they seem ordinary, not important. We overlook them. I overlook them. But I wanna keep seeing the beauty in the ordinary everyday stuff, because I see that this is actually giving me sanity, and that is actually making my life way better. I want to see the beauty in my friend's smile and in my peaceful monstera plant in my bedroom when I wake up. And I want to see the beauty of the grass that is growing beneath my feet. And I don't need beautiful big red roses and rare expensive stuff to feel good and see something extraordinary, because this is just an illusion that we need all this stuff. I don't need big red roses. I can look at the normal piece of grass and see all of those flowers that are equally as good and equally as beautiful. And if I can see beauty in them, then I can see beauty in everything. Something being more worth it, this is an ego concept that, in my opinion, doesn't really exist, and I don't want to live by that. I think that things are not worth more, if they are more rare or more expensive. I think that every piece of grass and every flower is equally beautiful in their own unique way. I want to make this painting the grounding too, to remind me every day that there is endless beauty in the most ordinary things. This painting is painting of a grass from the bird's eye view, and there is just green grass and a few common, really ordinary plants in between. They are just the things that I can see in the grass when I go outside my house. Nothing fancy. I don't want fancy for this piece. I just want the ordinary. There is a little bit of clover. There is a little bit of dandelion and strawberry plants with little blossoms and melissa plant. If you don't know what melissa is, it's almost the same as the peppermint plant. It's also a great herb for the lemonade or various drinks. It just planted itself in the side of my garden. It is just really common, really ordinary plant there. And also those big daisies. There are small daisies and there are big daisies around my garden right now. And I don't know how to call them differently, and it doesn't really matter, but the daisy type of plants are there, and I have included those, of course, because daisy is the most beautiful little cute plant blossom that nobody really recognizes because it's so common. We are so used to daisies. Daisies are everywhere. And this is just a good example of minds being programmed that if something is common and ordinary, it is not as beautiful as something that is uncommon and rare. And it's such an illusion. And it is a great mechanism to make you always want something, to make you feel like you don't have all the treasures in your life, that you can rarely get something beautiful. But if you break this illusion, you can see that the immense beauty is around you every day. There are beautiful dandelions and beautiful daisies and your beautiful partner that you have maybe, or your beautiful friend. You don't need, I don't know, who you want to be friends with, a celebrity to be a friends with. You don't need the most lush and rare type of rose in your garden. You don't need the biggest house. You don't need all these things. I mean, if you want it, you can have it, you can work for it or whatever. You can want it if you want to, but I'm just talking about my own mind and what is going on in my head, where I want to go towards, and it's towards really seeing what I have and really seeing the ordinary and really seeing that this is everything, that I have everything, the daisies, the dandelions, the invisible things, day-to-day things that people walk past and don't pay attention to them. There is usually most beauty in those things. And there are also things that we can find bring us joy and instantly put us into the present moment, into the observing state where we see the treasures everywhere. When we find activities that really warm our soul, those are the great things to have in our mental toolbox, so we can go there if we ever feel overwhelmed or drained or negative in any way. I have painting and making art as one of those activities, but I also have gardening. I love plants. I love the garden. My grandma is and was always very passionate about her garden and her vegetables and her flowers that she grows around her house. And it really rubbed off on me. I love my garden and I love going there at least a few times a week. I am looking at my small little vegetable plants that I have planted, and they bring me so much joy. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that such ordinary thing can bring so much peace and love to a human. With my further work, I want to honor ordinary even more. I want to focus on day-to-day imagery, plants, landscapes, something that is always there, and it's immensely beautiful because I want those reminders and I want you to have these reminders. I want you to see every day that you have extraordinary all around you. And with that, maybe, slowly, we can stop this wild seeking of something and this horrible feeling of emptiness inside that we often feel in the New Age Western society. And that we can really see that this emptiness will not be fulfilled by the rare, cool, expensive stuff. It's gonna be fulfilled by recognizing what is already there. And a lot of great teachers, great spiritual teachers like Buddha and Jesus were talking about how the things that fulfill us are already here, but we just really like to seek the salvation elsewhere, somewhere far away in something rare. And for some reason it's sometimes hard to us to immerse ourselves into present moment and realize that we already have everything we need right here, right now, and that the end of this neurosis is right here, by stepping on the grass, by seeing a dandelion, really seeing it, and by realizing that the point of life is the life itself, and that is really extraordinary. This is the grounding too. As you can see, it's pretty large compared to my normal sized pieces. I have painted it for my new apartment. I had this vision to hang it on the wall in my bedroom right above the bed, and the reminder of the ordinary is gonna be right there every day when I wake up and when I go to bed, and hopefully that's gonna do good for my mental health to be reminded of that. And yeah, if you like this grounding, I am gonna put the grounding one for sale in my shop, 𝗏𝗚𝗏𝗺𝗏𝗺. The link is down below. I don't know if it is listed yet, but it's gonna be the original. This is the last video I am making in this studio, and it's kinda sad a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna have a new studio soon because I'm moving, as I already said, and my studio is in my home. So I have a room, a workspace, a studio in my home, and I'm gonna have it in my next apartment. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I was a calm and a comforting company for you today. And You can support me on Patreon if you like my art and my videos. I make a monthly exclusive video there every month. I also mail you art mail every month, and I make weekly studio updates, things that I don't share elsewhere. So you can check my Patreon out. Also, you can check out, my online store and my Instagram and everything. It's gonna be linked down below. And if you like this video, please give it a like and maybe subscribe if you're not already, because I make these sorts of videos, honest, artsy, chatty, every week. I hope you have a lovely day, and if you ever need some calm inspiration, I'm just a video away. Bye.